Well, so far, Rae's only rivals for the job are Ontario MP Michael Ignatieff and New Brunswick MP Dominique.
I'm here to announce my candidacy for the leadership of the Liberal Party of Canada. I'm running because I believe I have the judgment, the character, the values, and the experience to lead at a very difficult time in the life of our country.
Bob Rae making it official this morning in Ottawa, taking his second run at the Liberal leadership, and acknowledging that this race will unfold in a very different way from the circumstances of the one 2 years ago. Now, Rae knows all too well what it's like to govern in difficult economic times. In fact, his political opponents won't let him forget it. But he believes his difficult tenure as Premier in Ontario could actually be an asset in his campaign. And he's wasting no time getting out there campaigning because he joins us now from Windsor, Ontario. Bob Rae, good to see you.
Good to see you, Don.
So, in a sense, you're taking what could be your weakness and trying to turn it into your strength, and that is your period as Premier of Ontario during difficult economic circumstances in the early 90s. Not as difficult, perhaps, as we're heading into now, but difficult nonetheless.
Well, unemployment in Windsor, Don, went up to 12 or even 14% at one time in 89, 90, 91. It was very tough here. I was very proud to have done and been able to invest in this community and do a lot of great things for a community like Windsor. Quite frankly, that's what it's all about. In many ways, Ontario's recession then was worse than what we're seeing now, except I don't think that we've hit the bottom here in Canada with respect to what is taking place.
Well, and I don't recall, but you'll correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure, that the automobile companies were threatening to disappear the way they could now. 10 years earlier, Chrysler had that problem, but that was in the 80s. But you were in the opposition then.
There's a lot of restructuring had to be done, Don. A lot of new investment had to be brought in. We brought in about $6 billion worth of investment from 92 to 95. Extensive rebuilding of many of the plants here in Windsor, as well as in St. Catharines and Oshawa. So the car industry, the casino obviously was a huge investment for the community, and it was an enormous tourist boom for the community over a period of time. And it remains, ironically, it remains a very important way of attracting traffic from across the river, particularly now with a 78-cent dollar. It's turned that part of the economy on its head as far as tourism is concerned.
Okay, moving away from Windsor and talking about the leadership race in general, I was watching you this morning. You say it should be free to join the Liberal Party of Canada. Some people think, though, you get what you pay for, and it's either no free lunch and you've got some other strategy up your sleeve, Bob Rae, or people, if it's free, won't think it's worth much.
Well, no, I think what you have to do is make the party as accessible as possible. This has been a very important message in my campaign that, you know, this notion that the Liberal Party is some kind of a private club where everybody has a title is a ridiculous notion, and it has to change. We have to become an active party of the progressive center. The change in funding means that no corporate funding has been available for years, but we've yet to successfully turn to becoming an organization in which people want to come and want to be part of it. And I just think if you're trying to create a new organization, effectively a bigger organization than the one that we have, one of the most important things you do is you say, I'd like you to join. And if people can come in, then you say, now I'd like you to volunteer. And then you say, now I'd like you to contribute. But we've got to do more to persuade people that this is a way to connect. You know, I was thinking, I guess a lot of the inspiration for this idea is very simple. I mean, I looked at what's happened in the U.S. You know, you register as a Democrat, you register as a Republican. You know, Barack Obama has managed to create 3 million donors. Those aren't, you know, that's not the full membership of the Democratic Party, but people are actively engaging in politics. They're actively engaging as volunteers, and then they're making contributions, sometimes $5, $10, $15, $20, $25, literally whatever they can afford. So whatever you can afford to give is a very important message for the Liberal Party, because we literally have to transform ourselves. In the old days, the Liberal Party was very much funded by corporations, and that's gone now. And we can all talk about whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, whether the funding formula is fair. But there's no point in arguing about it. We don't control it anymore. We can't pass a law yet. So what we have to do is really transform our party into a big popular organization in which lots of people are joining, lots of people are members, lots of people are active.
But you were also making a point
for Canadians to know.
You were making a point, comparing it again to Democratic Party politics in the United States, that the fight between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton actually turned out to be a good thing for the Democratic Party. A lot of people said it would blow it up.
Absolutely.
But now I took that you were drawing an analogy between that and your rivalry with Michael Ignatieff. It looks like there may only be 3 candidates in your race, but that should be used by the party rather than splitting the party to somehow doing what happened with Clinton and Obama.
I absolutely, I feel that very strongly. I mean, a lot of my colleagues in Parliament are, kind of antsy, saying, "Oh gosh, it's too bad," and why do we, can't we just flip a coin? I mean, to me, look, this is healthy for democracy. We have ideas. I have ideas about which I'm going to be exploring with the public. I have lots more to talk about in terms of the economy. Lots of ideas about policy and a process that we need to undertake to get to a better policy as a party, but. The notion that somehow a competition is unhealthy or that it's going to be very bad for the party, I think is just wrong. The thing we have to make it very clear is that this is not a winner-take-all contest. I mean, where I think we saw some of that in the past, it was tough. Right. But people in the Liberal Party have to understand, look, it's okay to disagree. You won't get punished for voting for the person on this side or that side. It's not a winner-take-all psychology. There's going to be 20 delegates from every riding, and it's not a winner-take-all proposition in the riding. So it's a wide-open contest.
Bob Rae, I wish we had more time. I'm sure you'll come back if I invite you. Tell me you will.
Anytime.
Okay. Thanks for your time now.
Thank you.